I always wondered why some manga are impossible to put down. How do manga artists make you keep turning the page? As I've been working on my own manga, I realized the flow of the page is just as important as the artwork itself. That's what we call paneling. Hi everyone, I'm Lila, also known as Artsy Amani online. I'm currently working on Kickstart, a track and field manga that's been on my heart for years. Looking back at my first comics, one of my biggest problems wasn't my drawings, it was how I arranged them. Readers often had a hard time following the story. And if the story is hard to follow, the art won't be enough to save it. That's why paneling is so important. Today, I'll share some of the biggest lessons I've learned while creating my own manga. First, let's talk about hierarchy. As I studied professional manga, I noticed panels follow a clear visual order. Readers shouldn't have to stop and wonder what to read next. Their eyes should naturally move across the page. Most pages are arranged in tiers, making the reading order feel effortless. I also noticed that panels on the same tier are usually placed closer together than panels on different tiers. So I started organizing my pages with clearer tiers and more intentional spacing. I normally try to avoid having more than 3 tiers per page. But hierarchy isn't only limited to horizontal layouts. I also experiment with vertical and even slanted panels. The goal is the same, make it obvious where readers should look next. The second lesson I learned is panel size. One thing that keeps me invested in manga is how varied the pages feel. My older comics used panels that were all about the same size, making the pacing feel flat. I eventually realized that panel size controls how long readers spend on a moment. Bigger panels naturally slow readers down. Smaller panels encourage them to move more quickly. That's why I now use larger panels for important, emotional, or action moments, and smaller panels for less important moments. Panel size is a great way to control pacing. Varying my panel sizes keeps the storytelling dynamic and engaging. Now here's one of my favorite techniques for keeping readers engaged. Hook panels. I stopped thinking of my manga as individual pages and started thinking of it as 2-page spreads. After all, that's how readers actually experience manga. I just want the last panel of a spread to make readers need to turn the page. That's the hook panel. Sometimes it's a dramatic expression, sometimes it's a line of dialogue that feels unfinished, sometimes it's a question that demands an answer. Whatever the method, the goal is always the same: make readers excited to see what happens next. Paneling is something I'm still experimenting with, and each new project teaches me something different. Every page is another chance to become a better storyteller. If you'd like to follow along, feel free to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.